So, what happened to the podcast? We ain't seeing no podcast videos, those hour-long linked videos anymore. What the heck happened? And I'm gonna tell you right here and now that it's done for now. It's still going on. It's just that I'll get right into it with these tweets that I made like a couple days ago, and I was debating on whether I should make a video about this or not, but uh, I'll see if I can keep this under 10 minutes because I'm an analyst junkie, I guess. So I want to see if I can optimize it down to the right size. So I don't know, play this YouTube game a little bit, a little bit. So here we go. I was gonna listen to the previous episodes of the Drunk Solo podcast to make the clips, only to find out that YouTube did the heavy lifting for me, and that's pretty cool. Because in order for me to make the clips, I re-listen to the podcast. But the way that I do it, I go it on YouTube. I edit all the podcasts episodes on HitFilm, and I don't think I can natively scrub like in 2 times speed. So I just listen it on YouTube. I write down the topic of that section. I write down the topic of the section, the time code, and then I cut it and make a thumbnail specifically for it. You've seen it. You've been on my channel before. If you haven't, welcome to the channel. But I do all that and then I upload it and I just space out the uploads and bam, boom, bam, that's a video that the YouTube algorithm will push. But I've been stopped doing that recently. So when it comes to making the clips for the YouTube channels, I've been facing mental traction. And I'm pretty sure everybody felt that way before, especially with that, I guess what the artist would call writer's block, or just generally just finding motivation to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But it was a good idea to farm videos to be seen by the algorithm, but I'm already moving it on to something else. I'll be making clips again if the algorithm randomly skyrockets a vid in the future. So what I do a lot is I wake up, I get a what I well my process I should say. I wake up, I work on the comic, and while I'm working on the comic, I listen to hours of tutorials of how YouTube works, how Pinterest works, whatever, or whatever website that catches my interest work for like several hours, and then I go on a walk to digest, and then so on and so forth. So, I right now my interest is pretty much on different ways that I can market the comic and see if I can make a cool little revenue off of that. So that's been on my interest right now. But I'm surprised that some subscribers still listen to the clips. Do you guys listen to the clips? Go comment in the write down in the comments to tell me if you listen to the clips or not. I'm constantly looking back and forth. Oh yeah, 3 minutes. We're good. We good. So tell me if you listen to the clips or not, so I can know what if I should keep going or I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Trying to use the best use of my time. If I had more money, I would absolutely hire somebody else to do it. But for me, right now, I'm trying to find out different ways that I can grow this thing because I'm pretty tired of being broke right now. So here we go. We got to do something about that. So when it comes, I've been wait. I'm okay. Yeah. I just finished reading that. I'm surprised some subscribers are still listening to clips. Read that too. Um, I can see that not everybody has the same time to listen to a podcast for an hour, but I'll fall back into it when I get into a rut or I want to do some busy work. So there's that. The podcast isn't dead. It's more that I ran out of guests because I blazed through a huge chunk of them in a week. I really could have spaced out the 18 episodes for about like around 5 months, but I got impatient and uploaded everything in 1 month. I guess if you're a veteran, a true Masonymous veteran, I guess, a Drawing Solo podcast veteran, you would remember that there was an entire week of me just posting a new podcast episode like bam, 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 Monday to Saturday, and it was pretty crazy for me to do. And yeah, I think if I spaced it out, I could have done it for like 5 months. But at my mindset was, oh, how do I grow? Oh, I need collaborations to grow. And if I can get as much people on, then I can go on to hire people with larger subscriber counts, and they'll see my legitimacy, that I've been doing this for a while, and I could make more, and I could reach more people. And so by doing that, I can have probably eight low key creators. I'll have 8 creators. Well, for every 9 creators, I would have one reviewer coming on with an audience of consumers, manga consumers, comic books and consumers, and if they like the podcast, they'll look at some of my backlog, and when they see my backlog, they'll see all the other artists that I talked about, and if they see a thumbnail with the art that they like, they would look at a previous podcast, and then everybody grows. But that, I don't know if that's gonna happen or that will happen, or maybe I'm really pushing a time limit on this thing, but eh, money and time is what we don't have. I feel like that was a Parappa quote. Tell me if that was a Parappa quote down in the comments. Um, Moving on, but I don't see myself being a part of a quote unquote greater webcomic or art community. I'm pretty much happy being an outsider. It has its ups and its downs. I think the continuing on with this tweet, but it helped me generally understand where people's hardships and wishes are coming from. Anyway, when it comes to being an outsider in the art or webcomic community, honestly, my feelings with that, it's kind of mixed. Cause I don't know if you guys have seen that Squidward meme where Squidward's like looking outside of his window and seeing SpongeBob and Patrick just running down like his house or whatever, or just running outside having fun. I look out there and I'm like, oh yeah, they're having fun. And there's like this, I guess it's like a human emotion that goes on. That's like, oh man, I wonder if I was down there, I would have fun too. But I'm pretty much having fun making my comics and finding ways to promote them and telling other people, oh, hey, why aren't you guys doing this? Solely for them to call me crazy. But I'm rambling right now. But I'm rambling right now. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares? And finally, saying, if anybody wants to see an episode from the podcast, if anybody wants to see, if anyone wants an episode of the podcast to shout out their own stuff, let me know. My DMs are open. So, all this just to say, to wrap it up in a pretty pink pretty whatever, to cap off this video. Yeah. If anybody wants to see somebody being interviewed, tell them to come on the Drawing Solo podcast, I guess, and we will have an hour-long video. We'll have more content for you guys to talk about, or if you want to know why I'm outside of this whole art webcomic community type stuff, and I feel like I prefer it to be outside this webcomic and art community, let me know. I don't know how much I can talk about that, but I'll see if I can expand upon that for like a sub 10-minute video, because I've been looking at the analytics. The analytics are telling me that a lot of people aren't watching it for around the length of this video. So I'll check y'all later. Bye.